Hi kindergarten first and second grade friends. Today we are going to continue learning about color. So last week my kindergarten and first grade friends learned about our little elf who lives in the rainbow named Roy G. Biv. Now he's imaginary, but his name can help you remember the order of the color spectrum. So Roy G. Biv is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. That spells Roy G. Biv. And so this week we're going to talk about how the colors, not only is there an order for them in the spectrum, like if they were in a rainbow there would be the stripes in order, but there's also this thing in art that we use called the color wheel. And the color wheel is a tool that we can use to help see relationships between different colors. So today you're going to make a color wheel using objects you find around your house. And I'm going to do it too. So come on with me while I gather my materials. All right, so today it's kind of like a scavenger hunt. We're gonna walk around our homes or apartments. I live in an apartment, and we're gonna find things that fit in the color spectrum, and then we're gonna arrange them into a color wheel. Now, anything you get out, you need to put back where it came from because we don't wanna make a mess when we're all staying at home with our families. We do not want any messes. We want to put things back where they came from. If we're using things like food, we want to be getting it with clean hands because we don't want to spread our nasty germs. Okay, so let's start with red. I found in my fridge that I have a red bell pepper. So I'm going to use a red bell pepper. Now, if you don't have a red bell pepper at home, you find something else that's red. Maybe you have a book or a game or a toy or something else in your house that's red you can use. All right, the next color in the color spectrum is orange. If we're spelling Roy G. Biv, it goes red, orange. So let's think of what I can find that's orange. I have some disinfectant spray. I'm not gonna spray it unless I need to because this stuff is precious right now, but I've got my orange and it's gonna go right there next to my red. So you can see on my counter, I've got my red and my orange. All right, what color's next? Who can tell me? All right, if you said yellow is the next color, you were right. And my iPad case is yellow, so I'm gonna just take my iPad and I'm gonna walk it out to my counter. But remember, if you don't have a yellow iPad case, then don't use your iPad. Find something in your house that's yellow. We could think of other things that are yellow. Bananas, you might have a toy or a game or a book that's yellow. I'm looking at my desk over there and I see a highlighter. I could have used that. There's a lot of things that are yellow. You just gotta look for it. All right, so now I'm looking for green. Now, I love having plants, so I'm just going to very carefully pick up this little plant that I have over here on my windowsill, and I'm gonna put it by all my stuff because you can see it's green. But again, you might have something else in your house that's green. Be unique. Okay, so which color do you think is next? All right, we've spelled Roy, R-O-Y, red, orange, yellow, G for green. What's next? Blue! Biv. Biv starts with blue. B. Blue. So I am going to find something around my house that's blue. I found a sponge. Blue sponge. All right, so this is where it gets a little bit tricky. In Roy G. Biv, it says blue, and then it has an IV, which stands for indigo and violet. Now, indigo and violet are very similar colors, and so sometimes people will shorten the rainbow and just say red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and you'll just get something that's purple. And so we'll do that today. We'll just get a violet, okay? Because we're looking at our primary and our secondary colors, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. But I'm gonna find something that's violet, and I'm actually looking over at my bookshelf and I see a book that's violet or purple. So I continued my scavenger hunt until I found a few more objects of each color, and now I have arranged them in my color wheel. Notice how they are in order: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. R-O-Y, G-B-I-V, or purple. Roy G. Biv. Okay, so you have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. This is a color wheel. We're also going to notice about something called complementary colors. Those are colors that are directly across from each other on the color wheel. So green and red, you can kind of look at it with a line, are complements. Blue and orange, and yellow and purple. Those also are complements. So let me do some rearranging and we're going to talk about that a little bit more. Okay, so I have arranged my colors into their complement pairs, okay? So each color in the color wheel has a complement. Red and green are complements, purple and yellow, and orange and blue. So you can do that with your objects too. So a few things you should know about complementary colors. One, when they're mixed together, they're going to mix gray or sometimes a brown if they're not like perfectly equal in amount. So they cancel each other's brightness out if they're mixed together. But if you use a complementary color next to each other, you're gonna get a really bright image. So think about sports logos. Blue and orange, or red and green, or purple and yellow, a lot of times are used for like a sports team's colors or their logos because they make a complement of a color makes the other color seem stronger. So if I have drawn a purple unicorn on my paper, and then I make my background yellow, my purple unicorn is gonna seem really bright. Two here, how having them next to each other makes them appear really, really vibrant. Vibrant is another word for bright. Or same here with the red and the green and the yellow and the purple. All right, so we're gonna try one more grouping. I'm gonna rearrange my colors into warm and cool colors. So you can try it too, so pause the video and then check and see if you did it right. All right, if your groupings look like this with red, orange, and yellow together and green, blue, and purple together, then you are right on the money. So a way that I like to remember it is the warm colors remind me of fire, red, orange, and yellow, or the sun, or things that are typically hot, like a spicy pepper. I mean, this isn't a spicy pepper, but if it was spicy, it would remind me of that. And then over here, it reminds me of like water, grass, things that are calm and cool. So you have warm and cool colors. When I arrange it all back into a color wheel, just kind of give me a minute, just kind of sliding everything around. Let me move my green over. When I arrange it all back into a color wheel, like that, I'm going to notice how all of the warm colors are on one half and all the cool colors are on the other half. And the color wheel is super important to your understanding of color theory. It's this whole line of study where people talk about the relationships between different colors and how it all works together. But for today, we went on our little scavenger hunt and we learned all about the basics of the color wheel. You could keep gathering more materials around your house to build a bigger color wheel. Just remember to put it all back. Or you can keep trying different color schemes, rearrange it, see how different colors look when they're put next to each other. So that's your art lesson for today. I miss you guys. I hope you're having a good time learning from home, and be nice to your siblings or your family members, and we will see you back at school as soon as we can. Bye! Also, if you made a color wheel today and you were able to take a picture of it with an iPad or a phone or something, have your parent help you send it to me. I would love to see what you made.